Hey everyone, welcome back to the hunt. Tonight, I figured that since we have November firearm season coming up very quickly here in Nebraska, that I would show you the various guns that I have here. First things first, always practice proper gun safety. By no means am I an expert, but just first off, read your owner's manual for proper loading and unloading of your firearm. Secondly, always practice proper safety. Always know what your gun's pointing at. It's kind of common sense, but just you can never be any more careful with a firearm, and always act like it's loaded. Always treat a gun as it's loaded. So, on that note, yep, we got November firearm season here coming up very quickly, and these are just a few of the various guns that my dad and I own. First, I'd like to, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. Here we have, this is my dad's 22. This is a gun we have both shot numerous times. He bought it when he was, actually he said he got it when on his 14th birthday. My grandpa bought it for him. It's a Sears Model 3T 22 long rifle. Ammunition he's got, and of course I'm sitting a long ways away from you, so you may not see it, but you have several different types of 22 rounds. This is 22 long, and he also has a pistol that takes the 22 long rifle. There's 22 short, there's 22 mini mag, there's several types. But like I said, this is Sears Model 3T 22. What we always used to use it for in the past, and what you can use a 22 for, is small game varmints, target practice, fun shooting, rabbits, raccoons, possums, coyotes up close. It would take. Yes, it would take. I would not recommend it. Because you're going to want something with a little more takedown power. But yes, a 22 would do that. Next we have on the list, and this is a gun my dad purchased for my older brother and I, when we both first started hunting. Marlin, lever action, 30-30, model 336. At one time it did have a scope mounted on it. My dad has since taken it off. Very good gun. Both my dad and my older brother have both taken deer with this gun. It's a fun gun to shoot. Not a lot of recoil. We shoot 150 grain. I guess I'm not sure on the jacket if it's a hollow point. I'm guessing it's some kind of hollow point. It's been a very good gun. It never had any problems with it. Very good beginner gun. Very good for youth. My wife has actually hunted with this gun too as well. It's a very good gun. Deer. Of course, we hunt whitetail. Up close, this would be a good gun to take hog hunting. It'll take 30 caliber. It'll take stuff. Probably antelope and elk, bear. Of course, you're talking probably a little bit more a distance of a shot there too, so you might want something with a little with a little more distance power, but very good gun. Um, Actually, I think my dad's planning on giving this to my older brother, but very good beginner gun. The gun that I use personally is also the deer. It belongs to my dad. Of course, Dad says I'll get it someday, but this is what I refer to as my lucky gun. Dad's had very good success with it. I've had good success with it. I've taken a lot of deer with it. Um, Winchester Model 70 in 308. My dad got this when he was a junior in high school. He added the scope to it later on. It's not a very heavy gun. It's a solid gun, solid stock, oak, very well built gun. Have no issues with it. This is what I plan on using during November Firearm. Very good for whitetail. Anything, bear, antelope, elk, moose. We shoot with it. .150 grain. Don't need anything. Really don't need anything bigger than that. Very good gun. I trust this gun. That's my go-to gun every time for hunting. Next we got up is this gun's my gun. I bought it at a gun sale. Weatherby Mark V 30-06. This gun is a heavy gun. Solid walnut stock. I'm the second owner of this gun. The original owner actually bought this from a friend of the family who was a dealer at the time. I don't shoot this gun probably as much as I should, just for the simple fact it's not the kick. This gun does not kick much more than the 308. They're both 30 caliber. This is just the next step bigger. It's just a heavy gun to sturdy. If you got to sit there for a few minutes with it up at your shoulder, trying to follow an animal along, I'll admit it, I've gotten tired holding this gun. It's just a bruiser of a gun. I have nothing against it. I'm not going to get rid of it because of it. But what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to set this gun up for probably more distance shots. I'll either get a steady stick or put a bipod on it or something like this. It's not a bad gun. It's just a heavy gun. Like I said, I'll probably set this up for antelope and mule deer and elk hunting someday when I get there. I shoot 165 grain with this, and that just happens to be what I bought at the time. No particular reason. 30-06 round, 165 grain, and let me show you something here. Actually, a 308 and a 30-06, and like I've said, let me repeat myself. By no means am I an expert. The bullet itself is same size. Of course, this is 150 grain, so this weighs less than this one, but there's the difference. I don't know how well you guys can see it. This is longer, but the bullet itself, is the same. Doesn't kick any different. Just heavy. course, this by no means is. We have a lot more guns than this. I have guns at home in my safe. Dad's got more guns than this. He's got shotguns, and he's got his muzzle loader, his commemorative gun, and pistols. This is just what we use for various hunting. Last but not least, another gun that I bought myself. This is my Thompson Center Impact 50 caliber muzzleloader. Bought it at Cabela's on Black Friday about 4 years ago. I haven't actually shot it. I've never really had to, because I've always had good luck with November Firearm and not having to do December late season muzzleloader. I have 2 tags this year. I have a November Firearm tag, and I have a statewide buck permit that's good for bow season, November Firearm, late season bow, and late season December muzzleloader. I do like this gun. Handling wise, it's a lighter gun, synthetic stock. It's a breech. So that way all you got to do is remove your plug and then take your ramrod and crank your load right on out the back. I feel that's more safer. Came with the scope. And as far as black powder goes, you can get different, how do I want to say it? What I use for black powder is Paradex plugs. You can still get black powder, measure it out, dump it in there, and then also I use I went this route instead of, you can still get paper patches and bullets to use in there, but this was recommended from the pro at Cabela's. Then I went with a Sabot. And these are actually 200 grain bullets, and then number 209 primers. That's the basically about the same thing you put in. It's more or less a shotgun shell primer, but these ones are specifically for muzzle loaders, and it says right here they are specific for using Paradex pellets or 777, which is, I'm pretty sure that's just black powder that you'd measure out. So this is what we use. Like I said, we do have shotguns, but we'll go over shotguns another time, probably for turkey season. Come spring, there is a fall turkey, but I'm not really gonna have time to fall turkey hunt. But some guns I do have on my wish list, though. I would like a 270 to deer hunt with. That'd be perfect for my area and or for my wife and kids too. That's another good starter gun. 243 would be a good gun. That's another one that's kind of on my list. It's not probably as high up there as getting a 270. And also, when you're trying to decide on what you want to use or what you want to hunt with, find a gun that fits you the best, what works for you the best, what you're the most comfortable with. If you're comfortable with the 243, shoot a 243. If you're comfortable with the 270, do that. I have a 30-06, but I'm comfortable using the 308. It's just personal preference. Can you go overboard? I think so. In my timber, it would be silly to use like a 300 Win Mag. You know, that's just an example. That's an extremely high power rifle for an area that a 30-yard shot's probably a good shot. 30-30 would be perfect for my timber. The 308 is just perfect. Some guys prefer 7mm. That's, like I said, it's all personal preference. You can just don't go overboard. I saw a deal here a while back that a guy's top 3 guns that he wanted to take with him all the time hunting was a 270, the other one was a 30-06. Actually, it was kind of a twofold deal there, though. He said he liked either his 308 or his 30-06. There's just a whisker bit of difference between the two. It's all situational. But the last one, he says he wouldn't go any hunting trip without his 375 H&H mag, and it's like, geez, that's a beat. How long, what are you trying to do? Shoot Cape Buffalo? I don't know. That's a big gun, and that's, if you're shoot what you're comfortable with, I guess. If you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're trying to take a 400-yard shot, I guess, then yeah, use a 375 H&H mag because you're going to need the long distance knockdown power. But I'm going to be honest, I haven't had that kind of situation. I've never shot much over probably 30-40 yards. That's just the opportunities I've had. I've never had much of an opportunity to shoot farther than that. If I was, pronghorn hunting or elk hunting, I'm probably going to take the 30-06 just so I can have the long distance knockdown power. But that's just, like I said, personal preference. So use whatever's good for you guys. It's whatever makes you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, don't use it. So, all right, guys, got to go. For those of you watching that's going to participate in November Firearm like me, good luck, be careful, and most of all, have fun. Catch you next time. Hey everyone, while I was editing this video, I forgot to mention a couple things. Firstly, I'm showing you all kinds of different varieties of guns here. I'm not really any kind of brand specific on my guns, but you saw I had Winchester, Weatherby, Marlin. Our shotguns are Remingtons, muzzleloaders, Thompson Center. I'm not, like I said, I'm not brand specific. It's all anymore. They're all good guns. You can buy honestly a $300 gun from Walmart. If you take care of it and you set it just right, will shoot just as good as a $1,500 gun. It's just all personal preference. My preference, honestly, is I'm more of a Winchester guy. That's just how I've always been. I've always liked Winchester products a little bit better. Will that keep me from buying other rifles if I get the opportunity or different brands? Probably not. It all depends on what you like. So one more thing is as I was I went out and checked my game cams last weekend, and I had some pleasant surprises on there, and I want to share with you what I had on there. So sit tight for that. Also, I just want to thank everybody for watching my video tonight. Make sure you, if you like it, click that like button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and click on subscribe, and I will have more content, I should say, to come. I just want to thank all my viewers in advance. Thank you very much, and have a good evening. So here's the first of my surprises on my cam. Got a real nice, probably 2.5, maybe young 3-year-old 9-point.
he's going to pass. He'll be a nice buck next year. And then we have a real nice surprise here. I have him on all 3 of my cams, and he is just an absolute bruiser of a Nebraska buck here. He is a big 5x5. This is definitely the deer I'm gonna hang out for this year. He makes old Cletus that I have on the wall look small. He is just a monster all around, and he has been in and out of my cams for a couple weeks. He's hanging around. I have does in my timbers. He is the dominant buck, and he is the guy that I'm going to be hanging out for. Last but not least, here I also have a little 9-pointer that he'll make a nice buck next year. So, anyways, thanks again for watching, guys.